I found another note this morning, written in my handwriting. It said, "I'm sorry for what I did to her last night. I live alone. I don't remember writing it, and I don't know who her is, but the police just found a body 3 blocks away. Welcome back to Midnight Whispers." What you're about to hear is the most disturbing account I've ever shared. This is a story about identity, control, and the monster that lives inside us all. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll want to follow this to the end. Now, let's begin. When it started, my name is Marcus. I'm 28 years old. I work as a graphic designer. I live alone in a studio apartment in Portland, and for the last 6 months, I've been finding notes I don't remember writing. It started small, innocent even. I'd wake up and find a post-it note on my bathroom mirror. "Remember to buy milk." I figured I'd written it before bed and forgotten. I do that sometimes, leave myself reminders. But then I found one that said, "Why did you go outside last night?" I stared at it for 10 minutes. I didn't remember going outside. I checked my phone. No unusual activity. My shoes were by the door, clean, no mud, no evidence. I convinced myself it was a joke. Maybe I'd written it half asleep, confused. If you're listening right now, help me prove something. My mother said I won't even reach 500 subscribers. Help me prove to her that these tales matters and deserves to be heard. Now let's continue. The notes continued. "You were gone for 3 hours. I saw what you did. Please stop." I started to panic. Someone was breaking into my apartment, leaving these notes to mess with me. I changed my locks, installed a camera above my front door. Nothing. No one came in. No one went out. But the notes kept appearing. That's when I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The handwriting. It wasn't just similar to mine. It was identical. Every loop, every slant, every quirk. The way I crossed my T's, the way my Y's drooped. It was my handwriting. I started keeping a journal, documenting everything. When I went to bed, when I woke up, what I remembered. And that's when I discovered the gaps. November 3rd, went to bed at 11 p.m, woke up at 7 a.m. But my Fitbit said I'd been active from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m, walking, climbing stairs. I had no memory of it. November 8th, woke up with dirt under my fingernails, scratches on my arms. A note that said, "I tried to stop you." I went to a doctor, told him I thought I was sleepwalking. He prescribed sleeping pills, said it was stress. The pills didn't work, or rather, they worked too well. I'd wake up groggy, disoriented, and there would be more notes. Worse notes. "You killed the cat." What cat? I didn't have a cat. I didn't know anyone with a cat. But 2 days later, I saw a lost cat poster on my building's bulletin board. Mrs. Chen from 3B, her orange tabby. Milo, missing since November 10th. The same night I found that note, I wanted to throw up. I started setting up cameras inside my apartment, 4 of them, covering every angle. I went to bed that night terrified of what I'd see. When I woke up, I checked the footage immediately. 11:52 p.m. to I'm in bed, asleep. 1:34 a.m. I'm still in bed. 2:17 a.m. The bed is empty. I fast-forwarded, watched myself get out of bed at 2:15 a.m. But the way I moved, it was wrong, jerky, unnatural, like a puppet on strings. I watched myself walk to the camera, stare directly into it. My face was blank, eyes open but empty, like no one was home. I watched myself smile, not a normal smile. Something stretched too wide, wrong. Then I reached up and covered the camera lens with my hand. The footage cut to black for 3 hours. When it resumed at 5:11 a.m, I was back in bed, asleep, like nothing happened. But there was a new note on my desk. I'm getting stronger. That night, I experienced sleep paralysis for the first time in my life. I woke up, or thought I did, unable to move. My body was frozen. My eyes were open, staring at my ceiling, and I felt it. A presence in the room with me. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. Tried to move my fingers. Nothing. Then I saw it, crawling on my ceiling, moving toward me. It looked almost human, but the proportions were wrong. Arms too long, joints bending backward, and its face, God, its face, It looked like me. A twisted, corrupted version of me. It crawled down the wall, slowly, deliberately. It crouched at the foot of my bed, and it spoke, not out loud, in my head. You finally see me. I wanted to close my eyes. Couldn't. Paralyzed. I've been here the whole time. Every night. Watching you sleep. Using you. Do you want to know what we've been doing? I couldn't respond. Couldn't even blink. It touched my forehead. And I remembered. The memories flood back. Images, sensations, smells. Walking through dark streets at 3 a.m. Standing outside someone's window. Watching them sleep. Mrs. Chen's cat. In the alley behind the building. Its neck in my hands. The sound it made. I remembered laughing. Not my laugh. Something else's laugh using my voice. There were others. A homeless man near the overpass. I stood over him while he slept. Watched him for an hour. Did nothing. Just watched. A woman jogging at dawn. I followed her 6 blocks. She never knew. A child's bedroom. I stood in the corner for 20 minutes. Just standing there. Watching him dream. The creature pulled its hand away. I gasped. The paralysis broke. I could move again. The creature was gone, but there was a note on my nightstand. Now you know what you are. I didn't sleep for 3 days. I researched sleep paralysis, demons, possession, dissociative disorders, anything that could explain this. I found stories, hundreds of them. People who saw shadow figures during paralysis, people who lost time, people who did things they didn't remember, but none of them were like me. Because I wasn't being haunted, I was the haunting. On the 4th night, exhaustion 1, I passed out at my desk. I woke up in sleep paralysis again. This time, the creature was sitting in the chair across from my bed. You can't stay awake forever. Every time you sleep, I get stronger. Every night, I take more of you. Soon, you won't wake up at all. I'll be all that's left. And the best part, everyone will think you're still you. Your friends, your family, your co-workers. They'll never know. I tried to scream, tried to fight. Nothing. Because I'm not possessing you, Marcus. I'm not some demon that crawled inside. The creature leaned down, its face inches from mine. I am you, the real you, the thing you've always been underneath. And you're just the mask I wear during the day. It smiled. Welcome home. The police came knocking. I woke up the next morning to someone pounding on my door. Marcus Hayes, this is the Portland Police. We need to ask you some questions. My heart stopped. I opened the door slowly. 2 detectives, a man and a woman. Mr. Hayes, can we come in? They saw the notes, scattered everywhere. The cameras, the research on my laptop. Mr. Hayes, where were you on the night of November 15th? November 15th, 3 nights ago. I was here, asleep. Can anyone verify that? I live alone. The male detective pulled out his phone, showed me a photo. A woman, mid-30s, blonde hair. Do you know this woman? I'd never seen her before in my life. No. Who is she? Her name was Rebecca Marsh. She was found dead in her apartment 2 days ago. Looks like she'd been dead for about 72 hours. That's November 15th. My stomach dropped. Someone broke into her apartment, stood over her bed while she slept. She woke up, saw the intruder, died of a heart attack from the shock. Coroner said it was instant. We pulled footage from her building's security cameras. Someone entered at 2:47 a.m., left at 4:15 a.m. He showed me another photo. A man in a dark hoodie, average height, average build, the same hoodie I owned. We also found something strange. No fingerprints, no DNA, but there were marks on her walls, like someone had been climbing them. Marks that shouldn't be possible, unless someone was, I don't know, walking on the walls. My vision blurred. Mr. Hayes, do you own a dark blue hoodie? I couldn't speak. Mr. Hayes, yes, but I haven't worn it in weeks. Can we see it? I walked to my closet, pulled out the hoodie. It was damp, smelled like outside, like dirt and rain. It was dry yesterday. I whispered, we're going to need you to come down to the station. Mr. Hayes, I didn't do anything. I was asleep. That's what we're trying to figure out. They took me in, questioned me for 6 hours. Where was I that night? Did I know Rebecca? Had I ever been to her apartment building? No. But I couldn't explain the hoodie. Couldn't explain my Fitbit showing I'd walked 4.2 miles that night. Couldn't explain the dirt under my nails that matched soil samples from her building's garden. They let me go. Not enough evidence. But I was a suspect. I went home in a daze. There was a new note on my door. You're finally understanding. You can't stop me. Because stopping me means stopping yourself. And you're too weak to do that. I tore it down, crumpled it, threw it across the room. And that's when I saw them. More notes. Dozens of them. Hidden. Under my mattress. Behind my mirror. Inside my shoes. Some were months old. The paper yellowed. The ink faded. I'd been watching you since you were 6. I was 28 now. This thing had been with me for 22 years, and I'd never known.
I stopped sleeping. Completely. I knew what would happen if I did. It would take over. Completely. Forever. But the human body can only go so long without sleep. On the 7th day, I started seeing it even when I was awake. In reflections. In shadows. Standing behind me when I looked in the mirror. It was bleeding through. I called my mom. Told her I loved her. She asked if I was okay. I lied. I called my sister. My best friend from college. Said goodbye without saying goodbye. Because I knew what I had to do. The only way to stop it was to stop me. I wrote one final note. In my real handwriting. While I still could. To whoever finds this, I'm sorry. For Rebecca. For Mrs. Chen's cat. For everyone I hurt without knowing. There's something wrong with me. Something that's always been wrong. And I can't let it hurt anyone else. I took the pills. All of them. Lay down on my bed. And waited. But I didn't die. I woke up. But I couldn't move. Sleep paralysis. Again. The creature was sitting on my chest. Did you really think it would be that easy? You can't kill me. Because I'm you. And you can't die. Not yet. Not until I'm done with this body. But thank you. For the pills. You made me so much stronger. I felt it then. The truth. The pills didn't kill me. They killed whatever part of me was still resisting. I was still conscious. Still aware. But I couldn't control anything anymore. I watched myself get up. Walk to the mirror. My reflection smiled. But I wasn't smiling. Don't worry. I'll take good care of your life. Your friends. Your family. They'll never know. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. I was a passenger now. Trapped inside my own body. I watched myself leave the apartment. Go to work. Smile at coworkers. Act normal. And that night, I watched myself go hunting. The police never found enough evidence to charge me with Rebecca's death. I still live in Portland. Still work as a graphic designer. Still see my family on holidays. And every single night, I watch myself hunt. I'm still in here. Still aware. Screaming in a prison made of my own flesh. I've been leaving notes. Trying to warn myself. Trying to warn others. But it doesn't matter. Because the thing wearing my face just writes them off as part of the act. Evidence that Marcus is losing his mind. No one will ever know. No one will ever save me. And the worst part? The worst part is that every person experiencing sleep paralysis right now, every person who sees a demon in their room, they not seeing a demon. They seeing themselves. The real them. The thing they are when the mask comes off. And one day it'll be their turn to take over. Just like it's my turn now. If you're listening to this and you've experienced sleep paralysis.
If you've seen something in your room at night, that wasn't a demon. That was you. And soon, very soon, you won't be leaving notes to yourself anymore. Because there won't be a yourself left to warn. Sleep well.
If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe.